So our first speaker tonight is Mehmood Mirza, who's had a stunning victory in Newham by-election last week, overturning a large Labour majority and becoming the new councillor for Independent Socialist councillor for Boleyn Ward in Newham. Over to you, Mehmood.
Good evening, comrades. Mehmood Mirza, as you see, comrade, give me introduction. A lot of people might have seen the Al Jazeera files. I was one of the victim of Labour Party. I was suspended from the party in 2020, resigned from the party January 2022. I did stood in elections last year as well. I only lost by 100 votes in one of the ward. Well, not this ward, but different ward, is a blessed ward. Well, this time, well, I don't know if you're aware or not, the Newham is made of two constituencies, West Ham and East Ham constituency Labour Party. And Cllr Buxton was the chair of the West Ham Labour Party, and I was a vice chair membership of the West Ham Labour Party at the time. We both resigned at the same time from the party, and Labour Party has been suspended on the both constituencies from over nearly 2 years now. And these councillor selection, well, in the 22 even a selection, all the councillors was imposed from the Labour Party hierarchy and the Labour Party London region. And even this time, about what I heard, a lot of people have applied, about 60 to 70 people have applied to be a councillor, but none of them was called for an interview, even for an interview from the Labour Party. And the two people was imposed. One of them was supported by Jewish Labour Movement, Stephanie Garfield from Boleyn Ward, and this one for Sophia Patel. Stood against me, who was working for a lotto office as a head of events for Cllr. I'm very thankful to the comrades who came out to campaign, and we outreach to the people. You know, we knock the doors, we have convey our message. People are upset in the local constituency because Labour Party is no longer operating. The people, you know, they don't have a choice to elect their own members, don't have a choice to elect their own councillors, not even a mayor, directly elected mayor in the last election. So in the campaign, the Cllr Buxton, Roger Silverman, was with me on the doorstep a few times as well. We have noticed, even if we knock the door, if people, we say to the people we come to because of the by-election, they said, if you're from the Labour Party, please do not start. We don't want to listen to your conversation. And where people are upset and people see there's no difference between the Labour Party and the Tory Party at the moment, because they're saying it's no opposition, there's no real opposition to the Tory Party in the nationally. And especially the locally, we have, you know, the Labour Party government here. This constituency, the East Ham constituency, where I have become a councillor, it's got the largest majority from the Labour Party in the country. With Sir Stephen Timms is MP here, and there has never been any independent one in this constituency before. So a lot of people was thinking that Labour Party was even saying that's no, that we had a competition with the Greens, not from the independent, but I have seen the Labour Party doing a campaign, and the campaign I never seen them like doing before. There was 2 announced campaign every day from last like 8 weeks, even before the election was announced, because they knew that there's going to be resignation and elections going to be happening, but we didn't know that. And there was campaign was already announced, and their leaflet came out even before the date of the election with the name of the candidate. But anyway, on the day of the election, about 50 people was on the ground including the MP, GLA members, and about 45 councillors and people from Tower Hamlet and all different constituencies. I had an edge because I have knocked most of the doors. They was going to get the people out, get the votes out, and people was coming out and voted for me. So it was a very good experience, and I think the Labour Party have seen that there is a chances they will see a major opposition in the general election here as well. People have woken up actually. People have realized that we have a Labour government very long time here, and there's no changes. There is no improvement in the borough. We are the borough which is classified as a second filthiest borough in the country. We are the borough which is classified the poorest, second poorest borough in the London out of the 30 or 27 or 29 borough. We were a poorest borough and we are a poorest borough. There's no improvement under the Labour Party. People are upset about the council tax has been increased recently during the cost of living crisis. People are saying the Labour Party is not standing with the working class people anymore because they're charging, emission-based parking charges, and they started raising the council tax significantly. It went up to 15% this year, 5% from the local authority and 10% for the GLA. So it makes up a 15% increase for the normal public. So people are upset, and I run the food bank as well. So I know from the first hand, I got about 400 individuals come every Saturday to use the food bank from the Newham. So I've seen people are struggling. People are doing the 2 jobs. We got nurse coming to the food bank who, working as a full-time, and she's working as a carer in the evening. And she can't survive without using a food bank. So, and in that time, the council who meant to be standing with the residents started charging extra taxes and reducing the services. There's massive millions of pounds cut in the services, including added social services. So people are really upset. I can take any question if anybody wants. Thank you, comrades. I can't hear you, Dave.
Yeah, how about that? You can now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for that. I mean, your victory was inspirational. So thanks very much for taking part in this.